It's all wood for the PR fire. And the biggest rumors in the sports world today, the biggest one going, is that Eric Lindros will become a Toronto Maple Leaf. The guy who most likely to be affected by this is Mats Sundin. Mats has had a horrible season, at least until the last 3 games. He's been on fire. 4 goals, 7 points. He's playing the way Joe Louis used to fight. Don't let it go to the judges. Knock out the competition right in the ring. But still, it's hard not to argue that the Maple Leafs would be a hell of a team with Eric. Could those two guys exist together, and can a team have 2 leaders?
I think a team can have 2 leaders. I completely believe it, but I don't think our team, me being a Toronto fan, of course, I can call them our team, can have those particular 2 leaders, because I think Eric always causes crap wherever he goes. He stirs it up. He's never been on a team where he doesn't start getting into it, so, how...
Well, I think Eric actually would be great in Toronto.
You think so?
I think Toronto needs Eric. I think he wants to play there. He is not happy in Philadelphia and probably wouldn't be in any other team in the league, and Toronto picking up Lindros would probably be good for his career.
But it might be good. I think it'd be good for his career. I think he's a great player. I'm not disputing that at all, but just the controversy that the guy stirs up every place he goes to, it's a whole nother... Don't you think he's just
He's a marquee player. He's great.
He's got to be number 1.
But if we bring him to Toronto and he's got 6 concussions under his belt now, bang, 1 big hit. Do you want to see him end his career in Toronto?
If he's got 6 concussions, you don't worry about having 2 leaders because you only have 1 on the ice anyway.
I say he's 1 hit away from being a sous chef. My sous chef, I'll hire him.
I think what a lot of people don't realize is that he's had much pressure on him since he began in the league. And being a captain in Philadelphia at a young age, captain of an Olympic team, so much pressure, he hasn't had a chance to just really go out on his own. And he needs a chance to get out there and play on a team.
But really the issue, which Pete clearly ignored, talking about the concussions, the question was the dual leadership here, Mats Sundin and Eric Lindros. Because if Eric Lindros ends up playing in Toronto, the fans are going to love him. The fans are going to say, that's the way a leader is supposed to be. And how does that leave Mats Sundin?
Well, Mats Sundin's not really viewed as one of the best leaders in hockey right now. Like, he's an amazing player, but you can argue to the end of the day that if he is a real team leader in the dressing room.
But we have to kind of establish, because this thing's going on for so long about the money thing, right? Everybody's saying $8.5 million, $9 million, $10 million. If I was paid $8 million, believe me, I'd be cooking up some food that would be unbelievable. And I'll tell you, the first week that it sucked, I'd be out of there. And that's the problem with these guys. They're not responsible for anything because they don't have to answer to anyone. They can just say, I'm having a bad week, I'm having a bad month. But guy, wake up, snap out of it, and then...
Do your job.
Do your job, because that's what you get paid to do.
And if Eric does come back and play for Toronto, we got to have a giant helmet this big.
Huge.
Huge titanium.
And he's going to have a...
Put the big Captain C right on the side of it.
But don't you also think he's going to have a target this big on his head? God forbid we play Stevens.
He's going to have a target wherever he plays, though.
Would you want to be that player that hits Eric Lindros and ends his career?
But they're going to do it. You saw Stevens last year, right? I felt bad. I can't stand him, and I felt badly for him.
It's okay. Eric doesn't remember it either.
Is it possible, though, that the friendly competition between the two of them, would cause each of them to perform better?
Well, I think when you look at a team like the Leafs and you have 2 big centermen, I think it comes down to money more than anything. Sure, they could probably play on the same team, and they may even have a chance at the Cup if they have both, Eric.
Do you see a problem, though, in the locker room? With those 2 hockey players, those big personalities, very different personalities. Can a locker room have 2 leaders?
Sure, a locker room can have 2 leaders. I guess you'd have to weigh the personalities of both of them. 2 big guys like that, a lot of pressure, and probably there's going to be after somebody that steps up.
It's a dominant and a recessive.
Yeah.
Mats will never stand up to that. He'll get smoked. He really will get smoked, and eventually...
Well, maybe he doesn't want that anymore. I mean, who knows? Maybe one of those guys would play better if they were suddenly in the shadows, and if Lindros was there and Sundin didn't have the pressure anymore, maybe he'd play better.
Look what happened with the Leafs when they brought in Curtis Joseph and the rivalry they had going on for the #1 goaltender with Felix Potvin. That brought the game up to another level.
Absolutely.
So that might be another.
But I don't even think we're leaving out one big piece of this puzzle, that Eric's not been playing for 6 or 7 months. He's going to step in, and all of a sudden, bang, we're going to get the Cup. I
don't think did anyone say, bang, we're going to get the Cup?
Did I imply that? Did I say that?
I think all I heard was bang.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay.
That would be the major goal.
But that's the point of it, because why do we give away our Antropovs and our young? We got some really great young players.
Yeah.
I would hate to dismantle this team for 1 hit, and all of a sudden Lindros is out playing golf, and we're looking like a bunch of idiots again.
He's doing the Brett Lindros show with him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, on that note, we're going to go to break. Are you like the ultimate woman here? You cook? I assume you cook, right? You host a cooking show.
I would hope that.
And like sports is your passion?
I love hockey.
All right. As we go to break, we'll say this. Speaking of passion and speaking of men liking women, how about Charles Oakley? Was he right to smack around the competition when we return?
Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you like that, check out the other clips we're going to post up here, to my left, to my right, all over. So very appreciate it, guys. We'll see you again. Good night, everybody.